Hey, what's going on, everyone? SurgicalSnipes here, back at it again with another Diablo Immortal video. What is going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be talking about some more Diablo Immortal and the Diablo franchise in general. All right, the 30th anniversary spotlight, 30 years of Diablo has happened. The spotlight has happened a couple days ago. And yeah, it was great stuff, great highlights for the community, where the community from all the games came together and, you know, Diablo showed out, Blizzard, you did a great job, on the whole spotlight, 30th anniversary spotlight, and a lot of breaking news there, a lot of breaking news, the main one being Diablo 2 having a new class, the Warlock, adding the Warlock, Reign of the Warlock expansion out now. Everybody's going crazy about it, and that's good. That's good that they finally that Blizzard finally added some more content, some new expansions for since like over 2 decades. I think 20 or 25 years. It took that long, but it's finally here now. Warlock, everybody's going crazy with it in D2, in Diablo 2, and here in Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal DI will get it in June, and for Diablo 4, it'll happen. Warlock will be released in April, I believe. So, yeah. So, and there's a lot of other extra stuff that they mentioned there, but the main thing is that Warlock is now gonna be happening for all the games, or for those 3 games. Diablo 2 got Warlock a couple days ago. Diablo 4 will get Warlock in April, and then Diablo Immortal here will get the new class, the new Warlock class in June. All right, and all that stuff's great, That's all great news, all right? But the groundbreaking story of this all, the groundbreaking news of this whole 30-year anniversary spotlight, is what you see here. All right? That is what is the groundbreaking news. All right? At least I think so. All right? As you guys can see here on your right-hand side here, it says, I am Diablo. All right? That's my warband name. I'm the only person in my warband, by the way. And then the warband description is Google #1 Diablo Immortal player. All right? So Blizzard, if you do that, my videos will pop up, Even if you Google #1 Diablo player, my videos will pop up. So if anybody in the world searches #1 Diablo player or #1 Diablo Immortal player, or even who is the #1 Diablo Immortal player, or just who is the #1 Diablo player in the world, I pop up in the search results, So, yeah, so I'm Diablo, and that's the groundbreaking Blizzard news, Blizzard, you got to hear me out, man. We got to talk. Let's talk, man, because I earned this. I've been Diablo for a couple years now, and since Diablo Immortal launched, and I've been making videos after videos, trying to get in contact with you guys. I tried calling the Blizzard operator number, and they couldn't help me out, They referred me to a PR email, and that never got responded back to. So this is my only way to see if I can get a hold of you guys, to try and get in contact. We got to talk, man. Let's talk. Because this is, you can't ignore this, Blizzard. You guys knew that this was gonna happen eventually. That somebody out there, the #1 player, the #1 PvP player of your franchise, can lay claim to the title of Diablo. And that person just so happens to be me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to talk, let's talk, man. Let's I'm waiting for my invite to Blizzard headquarters. so we can talk all about this, and I wanna give the franchise justice. I want to give the franchise the most respect, and to the lore, the franchise, everything about it, the history, and I want to give it my best shot, and in representing the franchise, because I'm Diablo, so I'm the main character of the whole freaking thing. So um, that's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm making all these videos that I've been making for years now. And hopefully you guys will recognize the truth, I hope you guys recognize the truth, in the past or even now, some of my doubters or haters, they'll just fabricate whatever the hell they want about me. Whatever negative thing they want about me, but it's the truth. I'm the number one player, and that's why I'm laying claim to the title of Diablo. All right, now I want to make it very clear to the public here, to the community, or to anyone who's listening to this video. I'm not claiming to be a religious Diablo from different religions. No, I want to make that very clear. I am not a Diablo from religions. Like I said in my previous video, I'm the number one PvP player of the Diablo franchise made by Blizzard Entertainment. The game just so happens to be called Diablo. And I'm the number one player of that franchise game, so made by Blizzard Entertainment. So that's why I'm calling myself that, because it just so happens to be that the name of the franchise is called Diablo, right? So that's the main character of the franchise. So anyways, that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to let there be a mix-up or something like that, where I'm trying to claim to be Diablo like the devil. No. You know what I'm saying? It's a video game franchise that's called Diablo, made by Blizzard Entertainment. So I don't want to. I'm sure people understand that. So anyways, back to what I was saying, y'all. Yeah, Blizzard. I'm trying to get a hold of you guys. This is the only way I know how to do it. And hopefully you guys will honor will honor the truth, and we can talk, and we can talk, and we'll definitely make great things happen. I want to make content. I want to create content for all the games. I'll play all the games: Diablo 1, 2, 3, 4, and Diablo Immortal. And I'll stream. I'll create content. I'll collab with y'all. Just let me know what I got to do, and that way I can work with y'all, and we'll really work together, and I'll bring the Diablo show to life, the IRL Diablo show to life, because it's me. And I proved it here in Diablo Immortal, and I can easily prove it in the other games as well, in the PvP of the other games. Right? I believe Diablo 2 has some PvP. I think Diablo 3 has some PvP also, and definitely Diablo 4 has some PvP. But Diablo Immortal Diablo Immortal has the battlegrounds, the arena PvP combat system, and so since I never played the other Diablo games, how can I lay claim to be the Diablo of it all, right? The number one player of the whole franchise, In most of the other Diablo games, right, especially Diablo 2 and 4 and even 3, and even 1 also. But the one that gets, I believe, the most popular popular Diablo game out of the whole franchise is Diablo 2. And Diablo 2, it's mostly just PvE, right? Speed running, right? They have Grandmaster speedrunners there for Diablo 2. That's its own skill, and I'm not taking anything away from them, They're Grandmasters at finishing the game at a very high level, at a very fast pace, world record holders, and they deserve all that credit, That being said, that's PvE, right? They're getting fast clear times, and they're beating the story as fast as possible, and all that. But and that's great, But PvP is the one where you play against real players. And that's my department. You see what I'm saying? So I'm the closest thing to Diablo that there's ever going to be in the Diablo franchise, because I play like the final boss, right? I play like the final boss. It doesn't mean I'm immortal. I die left and right sometimes, you know. I'm the only one that can literally say that I'm the closest thing to Diablo that in the PvP of the franchise has ever seen. That the franchise has ever seen, you know. And I've explained my story here in Diablo Immortal on how I'm able to easily claim to be the number one player, and I have been recognized by the the top content creators in the Diablo program, in the Diablo Immortal program, and in other Diablo games as me being that guy, you know. So this is me just vocalizing the truth. And hopefully you guys will honor that, Blizzard, you know, because you guys are really hard to get in contact with. I know you guys are very private, you know. And hopefully you guys will honor the truth. That's why I'm doing this. I don't have to do this. I didn't have to do all this. But I made a choice, and I want to make it public, you know, because I want to work with y'all. I respect you guys. I want to work with y'all, and hopefully we can create content for Diablo and the other games, the other amazing games you guys have, it right? World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Hearthstone, Overwatch, you know, Heroes of the Storm, even. Did I say Overwatch already? Yeah. So I'll definitely create content for all your amazing games, Blizzard, including all the Diablo games. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So back to my point of how my PvP, one of a kind PvP talent, is different than all the PvE speedrunning grandmaster players, speedrunners from the other Diablo games, right? One is PvE, one is PvP, right? And maybe there's great guys in the PvP of those games also, right? Because I never played the other Diablo games, right? I never played 1, 2, 3, or 4. I've only played Diablo Immortal, so how can I possibly say that I'm the Diablo of it all, right? When there's number one PvP players of those games currently because they played the game and I haven't. And the answer is this, you know, those games are not pay to win. Diablo Immortal here is the pay to win version of Diablo, of a Diablo game, which means it's the most difficult because everybody's stats are different, right? It's not an even playing field in the battlegrounds, right? And I was able to upload all these matches where I get most kills, some literally impossible matches that make no sense where I'm able to get more kills than players who spent thousands of dollars into the game, right? If you guys know, if the players here, if the viewers here who know what I'm talking about, we have a resonance system. It's called resonance, and that's the pay to win stat, you know. And I'm currently at I'm currently at 1.2k resonance, you know. At 1.2k resonance, I don't equip a charm, and I don't equip any runes. I don't equip 5-star gems in the battlegrounds, even though I do in the Conqueror PvP for fair play practices. Because everybody's running 5-star gems in the Conqueror PvP, right? At rank 10 to make it an even playing field. But in the battlegrounds, I just use 1 and 2-star gems for these last almost 4 years now. And no runes, no charms, not even a familiar. No familiars. And now no ancient gear. So I'm able to be successful and perform versus players who have like 4 or 5 different types of gear equipped extra than I do. You see what I'm saying? And I've been number one in the battlegrounds in 7 out of the 9 classes already, you know, in the past. And I can easily get number one of whatever class I want to if I have like around maybe 2K, 2.5K residents, maybe 3K just to really put a stamp on it. But I only really need about 2K, 2.5K residents to be able to hold the number one spot in the battlegrounds if I choose to do so, if I choose to grind the leaderboards. I can't do it right now with 1.2K residents, right? Because the power creep, right? Because the Inferno Battlegrounds happened and the residents got bigger for everybody, right? So with 1.2K residents, I can't do anything as far as leaderboards and shit. And most of the games I play are unplayable, as we all know, because it's pay to win. You know, I'm shooting the guy with my Demon Hunter arrows and, nothing's happening. I'm unloading the whole freaking strafe, the whole strafe arrows and shit, and nothing's happening, And then as soon as they hit me with something, I just get one-shotted. And we all know what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not here to badmouth pay to win or anything like that, Blizzard, but, you put me on an even playing field. I have plenty of matches in Conqueror PvP, even in Alley of Blood, where I pop off and where I get most kills and all that. So that's what it is, y'all. And yeah, what else can I say? So what I'm gonna do in this video, it's a little bit longer, but what I'm gonna do, I think, what's gonna happen now is every day I'm just gonna make one of these videos, because I need to really get the message out there. I need to get the message out there. That way, you guys can hopefully see one of these videos. You may not even see this video yet, and I'm just gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna keep making videos, maybe a day one, day two, all the way to day 1,000 series if I have to. But somehow, some way, Blizzard has to understand that it's me. They have to recognize that it's me. I sent a comment in the Diablo Immortal. I sent the comment in the Diablo Immortal channel on the 30th anniversary spotlight. If you guys go there and you check in the comment section, hopefully it's not deleted by now. But I said, "Good morning, Blizzard Entertainment. I am Diablo." And then the Diablo Immortal YouTube channel, replied back saying, "I don't think that's true." And then I replied back saying the whole Google number one Diablo player thing. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. It's right here. And in all my description videos on my YouTube videos, this is what I put. I'm gonna read it here. It says, "I am Diablo. I am the true immortal of Diablo Immortal. Good morning, Blizzard Entertainment. I will await your company's invitation. I will await your company's invitation to Blizzard HQ for campus tours and construction plan talks about having a Diablo statue that has my name somewhere in the Diablo Immortal department. I'm also humbly requesting a small office in Diablo Immortal department and free max residence accounts, one per region, so that I may take over the entire game server politics as the one true immortal of Diablo Immortal. I'm your number one Diablo franchise player. I still haven't played any other Diablo game besides Diablo Immortal, and I hope to play all the others soon. The number one Diablo Immortal player in the world humbly requests my reward claims is honored. Rewards for being your Diablo franchise number one player. Max resonance Diablo Immortal accounts. One per region, so that I may take over the server politics and reclaim what's rightfully mine. Right? The immortal statue on all the servers. The real name should be on those statues. It should be my name. That's the truth. Let's be honest here. right? Because if the role was decided by fair play PvP, then I'd rule it all. I'd rule all the servers, and that's the truth. That's not me bragging and boasting. That's not me, trying to toot my horn or some shit. It's just that's the fucking truth. So if it's the truth, then that's why I'm saying it. I'm 100% confident in my Diablo Immortal PvP skills and fair play PvP. And that's why I'm able to say that, That's why it holds weight. That's why it's valid. Players who disagree, players who say otherwise, they have no idea what they're saying. Why? Because they don't play the game how I play the game. The reason why I have such an advantage in fair play PvP contests in Diablo Immortals because for the last 4 years almost since the game launched, I've been playing the game under geared, only using 1 and 2 star gems, not equipping a charm, no runes, no familiars, no ancient gear now, no nothing. Just 1 and 2 star gems. 1.2k resonance right now. So obviously they're not gonna be able to handle, as far as there's a big skill gap, they're not able to handle what I bring in the PvP because I literally play the game on super hardcore mode, for lack of a better term. So that's why, with the Dolphins and Whales, if they're playing that shit, right? They're just one-shotting everyone, all their shit's maxed out or whatever. One-shotting everyone or two-shotting them or whatever. Does that prove PvP skill? No. All that proves is, hey, I got a bigger wallet than you do. Okay, now the Well Wars, right? You got Bout of Realms and the Battlegrounds well Wars when people have 10k to 12k, 13k resonance fighting each other and shit. What does that prove? All that means is that they're able to fight against other players with close to similar res than them, But they're not getting double. They're not getting wins versus players who are double, triple, quadruple plus the resonance like I have. They're not getting their kills like that. You know what I'm saying? I have matches where I have kills versus and MVPs versus most kills and MVPs versus players double, triple, quadruple plus my fucking resonance, man. So can those Dolphins and Whales say the same? Can they say that they did all that shit with only 1 and 2 star gems only? Can they say that they they're doing it without no charm equipped or no runes or familiars or ancient gear equipped either? They can't say that. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear like as if somebody knows what the hell they're saying when it comes to this topic, because when it relates to this topic, because they don't know what the fuck they're saying. They're just talking shit. And I don't want to delve more into the negative stuff, but it is what it is. I have all these. Imagine this: all these years, every single person that doubted me on this game, all these years where they call me a troll or they say I'm delusional. I know I'm right. So if I'm saying the truth, what the fuck are they saying? They're literally talking horse shit. They're straight up haters. They're the real trolls, not me. They're coming from a place of hate. They're coming from a place of jealousy or envy. I don't know why. All I'm doing is saying the truth. Is that what offends them? Come on, man. So, anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand all that shit. You know, imagine all this time, right? Those people who are doubting my skills when there's obvious proof in my videos. So what are they? So what the hell are they saying? What are they talking about? They can't talk shit about my PvP skills. So what the hell are they talking about? Literally, what the fuck are they talking about? Nothing. Just horse shit. The same players who talk shit about me are the same ones I can easily wipe the floor with in fair play PvP battleground matches and shit. And that's the truth, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Anyways, so back to my description here, what I was saying here in my YouTube video. Oh yeah. So rewards for being your Diablo franchise #1 player. Max Resonance Diablo Immortal accounts, 1 per region, so that I may take over the server politics and reclaim what's rightfully mine as being the one true immortal of the entire freaking game. And 1 Diablo Immortal statue with my name inscripted on the front. 1 career job offer. One career job offer with Blizzard Entertainment. 1 small office in the Diablo Immortal department. 1 of each Diablo Immortal and other Diablo games merchandise items. So every single item from the entire Diablo franchise. And then now I'm talking about a different game here. 1 World of Warcraft lifetime subscription. That way I can create content for World of Warcraft for WoW and try my hand at the PvP there and see if I can compete there in the arena in the arena championships, the arena world championships. And yeah, I'm definitely interested in learning how to do all that so I can compete there and see what happens there. And let's see what else here. 1 BlizzCon lifetime VIP pass. That way I can always go to BlizzCon and when it's time to look at Diablo stuff, I'll go on the main stage there and talk about the games and the updates and the news related to Diablo because that's me. And what else? 1 Diablo custom PC. That'd be cool, right? So I can start streaming and doing all that. All cosmetics unlocked since launch, including lifetime fandom market. So all the cosmetics of the Diablo Immortal game and all the other games, including lifetime fandom market. That's just like $175, and that's given to the Diablo partners. And I'm not trying to become a Diablo partner. I'm not a Diablo partner, right? I am Diablo. So I don't want to be treated as if I'm a Diablo partner. You know, I'm Diablo. You know, you see what I'm saying? All respect to the Diablo partners and all that shit. You know, I'm happy for them. They're the ones that are able to talk about the game and make guides and deliver the news, and I'm happy for them. You know, I admire them. The ones who are cool with me. But I'm not a Diablo partner. I am Diablo, so I shouldn't be just treated as if I'm just a Diablo partner only. I'm the face of the franchise, and you know, I believe I earned to talk like this, you know, and I don't want to seem like I'm bragging and boasting and some asshole and shit, but you know, these last couple years, you know, after me saying all this shit, it's just I get frustrated, because yeah, I should know better and not even talk to the haters and block it all out. But it hasn't been pretty. You know, I've been banned from both the Diablo discords. You know, because of stupid people, and they're straight up haters. Imagine that, banning Diablo from the Diablo Discord. That's fucking stupid if you ask me. You know, they ban me, but they don't ban the people that who are literally insulting me. They were literally taking sides with the people who were talking shit to me, saying names and all that shit, but they don't get banned for that. But I do. Come on, man, that's bullshit. They're picking sides and they know who they are, and they're just stupid people. So hopefully we can get that fixed, Blizzard, and I can get back into the discords, And I'm not here to preach hate. I'm not here to, but I've been wronged, and I'm calling the bullshit people out on that, you know. And I'm not exempt from rules either, right? Nobody is. But there's a way to how to freaking enforce the fucking thing. You just don't ban somebody. You freaking give warnings. You freaking explain clearly what's going on, and you know, you go through that process. You just don't freaking just ban them just like that. It doesn't work like that. Unless they did something so fucking insane, so fucking offensive, that okay, then there's no need for an explanation. But, you know, I mean, who the fuck do you think you're banning? You know? I'm not just some random freaking player troll person. You know? So anyways, hopefully we'll get that fixed, Blizzard, and that way that kind of bullshit doesn't happen anymore. What else? Blizzard headquarters campus tours. Diablo Immortal board meeting invitations. Since I'm Diablo, I should be able to get invited to the meetings for all of the things of the franchise. So I definitely want to be a part of all that. And not just campus tours, but actually working at the campus daily, or at least a couple times a week or something, a couple times a month, to work with y'all in whatever capacity I can, whether it's testing for the game, community outreach stuff, anything, just let me know. And a bunch of other Diablo related things that I can't think of at the moment. I hope to join your company's amazing gaming family team, your friend Diablo. So that's what I'm putting in all of my descriptions of my videos, and I'm just here claiming what I rightfully earned, Blizzard, and hopefully you guys see this message, and yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the future. Hopefully, it's either gonna happen one of two ways: either Blizzard recognizes the truth and they honor the truth, or they look the other way and pretend I don't exist. Either way, I know who I am. I would love to work with y'all. Blizzard Entertainment, I would love to work with y'all. And I need your guys' help. I need your guys' help. This is me, Diablo, asking for you guys' help. I'm not demanding that you guys help me, but I'm asking, Will you guys respect the truth? Will you guys honor the truth? You guys have a franchise game called Diablo, and I'm the only person in this world that can claim to be that guy for the franchise. So, how are we going to do this? You decide, Blizzard. The ball's in your court, So I'm gonna keep making videos like this. I don't think I'll do it every day. I was thinking about doing like a daily one where it's like day 1 of trying to get Blizzard's attention, day 2 of trying to get Blizzard's attention, day 3 of trying to tell Blizzard I'm Diablo or whatever. That's a little too much now. But some people do it like that, you know, where they have videos like that where the person takes 1,000 days or more, or it never happens even. I don't think I want to go to that extreme, but I'll definitely make videos like this every now and then to give Blizzard their daily reminder, their either the daily or their monthly reminder that I exist, that Diablo exists, and you know, to all my fans or my haters, even, you know, because my haters watch my stuff more than my fans do, than my supporters. You know, I'm not here to mess with anybody, man. You know, you may not like my personality. Maybe you think I brag and boast too much and this and that. But hey, this is me trying to claim what I rightfully earned. You know, maybe there's other ways to go about it and all, but this is the only way I know how to do it, by publicly making these videos. And however it's taken is, I don't know. I'm not here to mess with anybody. I don't wish harm on anybody. I just want to play the game that I know that I'm the best in, and play the other games of the franchise, of the Diablo franchise, that I know I can compete really well in. And I'll even try the speedrunning, right? I'll try to speedrun Diablo 2 and Diablo 4 and all that shit, and I'll try and become a good speedrunner also. But the PvP is my bread and butter. And yeah, that's what I'm mostly focused on. Anyways, y'all, I can go on and on about this. This is going on for over a half hour and almost 40 minutes here. And I think you guys got the general gist of who Diablo is. And I'm ready to begin the show. I'm ready to start streaming and creating content. But I need your help, Blizzard. I need your help to do this shit. So let me know. It is what it is, you know. You guys, if you guys want to know the truth, who the voice of Diablo is for the Blizzard Entertainment Diablo franchise, it's this guy. It's me. He may not like the sound of my voice or some shit, but this is me. So let's make it happen, Blizzard. All right. That way the show can start. My Diablo streaming show can start, and I'll give it my best shot, you know. And I got nothing to prove, you know what I'm saying? I already earned the title, you know, of being called Diablo, and I welcome all challengers in the PvP, you know, of the different Diablo games. You know, and I'm not going to win every single time, you know. I'm a human being just like everybody else, right? I make mistakes in the game. You can't just go 20-0 every single time, you know what I'm saying? But I'll make it entertaining, and I'll give my best shot every time around, and I hope to go to BlizzCon 2026 and get presented on the main stage. If not, it won't happen. It's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. And I know who I am in this game, for this franchise, and I hope Blizzard, you guys honor the truth. And I'll leave it there, y'all, for this video. The truth. I am the voice of Diablo for the Blizzard Entertainment franchise. Blizzard, holla at your boy. It's your boy SurgicalSnipes, the #1 Diablo player in the whole world. Diablo himself. And I'll see you in the next one.